The truth occurs. The truth occurs.
Hi guys. Well, you know me. I'm always keeping an eye out on how the government is watching us. I mean, watching out for us. And I'm sure you've all seen this Walmart public service announcement from Janet Napolitano, where she announces that the DHS is teaming up with Walmart to, encourage people to rat each other out to make our communities more safe and secure. Well, why Walmart? Turns out, Walmart, as this article explains, that Walmart is a hub for crime. I mean, all kinds of things happen in the parking lot. Everything from murders and abductions to people going through people's car trunks to take out merchandise that those people had bought and then returning it so that they can get the money. All kinds of stuff happens at Walmart. Why? Because Walmart's open 24 hours a day and because the company's too cheap to hire any kind of security. Well, they do have cameras, but nobody's actually watching them. So now the DHS is, going to help Walmart to keep their budget low by getting the people who shop there to police each other. And here's another way that Walmart is stepping up its security. Walmart wants to track underwear with RFID tags. Well, apparently Walmart is not only concerned about what goes on in the parking lot, but what goes on inside the store and what goes on with the merchandise before it even gets there, I guess, because they're now putting these RFID tags in the underwear, which then gets scanned, and, well, you take the underwear home with the RFID tag, which means that that trackable thing remains with you. You can cut it off, but you can't deactivate it. So they can track it from, production to arrival at Walmart, and I guess make sure that, nobody steals it, because they're going to find out later by the tag who it was. Or maybe that tag is just going to end up in the trash. But the government has thought of something for that too. Trash collectors to serve as eyes and ears in the street for police. The FBI is training people in waste management to basically, be like accessories to the police. So as they're doing their rounds, they can just, rat people out. And I mean, why not? They're circulating in the neighborhood anyway. They wear uniforms. They probably feel like they're some kind of officers anyway. Why not, give them something important to do? And that way, if you throw out that RFID tag in your underwear, they could find out. And according to this article, there was another problem with the tags in the underwear. And that problem was that it's not only the underwear that has RFID, it's now also, your credit cards and your bank cards and your driver's license. So these scanners that read the RFID in the underwear, they might also read your personal information. And so the store might end up having all kinds of data on you as an individual. And maybe not only the store, maybe also random criminals. Beware, e-pickpockets could skim your credit cards for money. Yeah, those RFID thingies on the credit cards don't really make anybody any safer because in the end there's a way that they can, scan the chip from a distance. So they don't even have to take your card. They just scan your bag without you even knowing anything ever happened. And that way they can have access to your credit card. It kind of, defeats the purpose. I mean, if this was all for security. But worse, maybe they could also scan your underwear. But for now, at least, you don't have to worry about anyone scanning your underwear unless, I guess, you shop at Walmart or you're taking a plane. As we know, the TSA has that market cornered. Yes, as we all know, they will scan you, they will grope you, they will stick their fingers in places those fingers shouldn't go. Oh, but despite all this, gaping holes in airline security, loaded gun slips past TSA screeners. Yeah, it turns out last fall some Iranian guy accidentally left a loaded baby Glock pistol, as he called it, in his carry-on bag. And later he called up the TSA or whoever to tell them that, oops, by the way, my gun got through your security. Why he would do that, I don't really know. I mean, isn't that kind of illegal? Anyway, it just goes to show how useless this whole TSA thing is. I mean, after all, as we've all said before, they could just use bomb-sniffing dogs and metal detectors and that should cover it. But, this trend towards intrusiveness doesn't end at the airport. According to the Washington Post, Metro begins random bag inspections. Don't be such a bad sport. It's only going to take 45 seconds of your time. Well, some terrorist guy supposedly got caught, planning to put a bomb in the Washington subway. So now they're randomly searching people's bags. And during the holiday season of all times, you know how many bags people have? You know how many Elmo dolls are going to get molested? Oh, well, if you don't like the idea of getting groped and scanned at the airport, here's a list from The Economist of which American airports have the new full-body scanners. So if you like privacy, you could just avoid those airports. Anyway, it's not going to end at the airport. Pretty soon it'll be at the bus station and the subway and the courts. There was a courthouse where they're scanning people to go in, even the lawyers. And pretty soon the mall, and I mean, you're just probably going to have to take about 10 x-rays just to get to work. And when you go to the restaurant, maybe too. See, the CFR has been saying since 2006, targets for terrorism, food and agriculture. Yeah, terrorists, why stop at the airport? Why stop at the bus station? I mean, you could just go to any restaurant and put, cyanide in the salad bar. So we've got, DHS teaming up with Walmart, the FBI teaming up with Waste Management. What's next? CIA teaming up with McDonald's? But, sometimes I get the feeling that none of this is about making us safer. It's just about making us, feel paranoid so that we stay in our homes and they can more easily track us and our underwear. Just last week, Heathrow responds to big freeze by freezing passengers. Yeah, they had a big snowstorm in England. I mean, something that we would just consider a normal snowstorm. But over there, it just, all the planes were grounded. And then at the airport, they told the buses and the taxis that they couldn't leave either. Then they told the passengers to leave, although most of them didn't have transportation. And they wouldn't take their luggage back off the airplane. They told them to go home and file a lost luggage claim. And then they turned off the heat. What would be the point of doing that and making them freeze all night? Even the kids were like near hypothermic. What would be the point of doing that unless it was to just make people not want to travel? Yeah, make traveling such a not only humiliating experience, but such an uncomfortable one that no one will want to do it. Because the New World Order, it's all about control. So one thing you got to do to control people is track them. And to make it easier to track them, you can, not only put tags in their IDs and their underwear, but make them want to stay in the same place. So make them scared and freaked out so they stay home. And then it's easier to keep tabs on everybody. All right, well, thank you for listening to me rant, and I'll see you next time.